If you overthink everything like me, you probably struggle with discipline. Not because you are lazy, but because you spend so much time planning and analyzing that you never actually start. You research the perfect morning routine, the optimal productivity system, but then you never do any of it. And that's not a discipline problem. So in this video, we are breaking down why overthinkers like us struggle with discipline and the approach that actually works for us. I'm not an expert, I'm still figuring this out just like you. Here's what's actually happening. When most people talk about discipline, they assume you can just decide to do something and then do it. Just start. Stop overthinking and take action. You are thinking too much. Just do it. But that doesn't work for you because your brain doesn't operate that way. You need to understand why you are doing something before you can commit to it. You need to see the logic, the reasoning, the system behind it, and there's nothing wrong with that. The problem is you are trying to think your way to discipline. You believe that if you analyze enough, plan enough, research enough, you will find the perfect approach. And once you have the perfect approach, then you will start. But here's the trap. There is no perfect approach. And the more you search for it, the more options you find, more methods, more systems, more conflicting advice. So you keep analyzing, trying to figure out which one is right. And while you're doing that, you're not doing anything. Here's what makes it worse. When someone tells you to just do it, your brain doesn't simplify, it complicates. Just do it sounds simple to them, but to you, it raises 100 questions. Do what exactly? Which version? What if I do it wrong? What if there's a better way I haven't found yet? So instead of taking action, you go back to researching, looking for more clarity, more certainty, but you never find it because there's always another article, another method, another expert with a different opinion. This is the loop overthinkers like us get stuck in. Research, doubt, more research, more doubt. And the whole time, you are not building discipline, you are just thinking about it. This is why traditional discipline advice doesn't work for overthinkers like us. It tells you to stop thinking and just act. But you can't just turn off your analytical brain. That's like telling someone to stop breathing. It's not a choice you are making. It's how your mind works. So when someone says just do it, your brain goes, but wait, which approach? What if I'm doing it wrong? What if there is a better way? And you are stuck again. But here's what you need to understand. Your overthinking isn't the problem. The problem is how you are using it. Right now, you are using your analytical brain to search for the perfect method, the perfect morning routine, the perfect workout split, the perfect productivity system. But there is no perfect method, and searching for it is keeping you stuck. What you need to do is use your analytical brain differently. Instead of endless searching for the right approach, use it to build your own approach. Here's the shift. Overthinkers have an advantage most people don't. You can think deeply about systems. You can understand cause and effect. You can see patterns and optimize processes. Most people can't do this. They follow what someone tells them without questioning it. And when it doesn't work, they don't know why. But you can figure out exactly why something works or doesn't work. That's a strength. But only if you use it correctly. Think about it this way. There are two types of overthinking: productive overthinking and unproductive overthinking. Unproductive overthinking is what you are doing now, researching endlessly, comparing methods, looking for the perfect approach, never actually starting. Productive overthinking is different. It's analyzing once, deeply, to understand the principles, then building a system based on those principles, then executing without reanalyzing. Here's a concrete example. Unproductive: spending a week researching the perfect workout routine, never starting because you're not sure which one is optimal. Productive: spending 1 hour understanding the principles of progressive overload and recovery, designing a simple routine based on those principles, then following it for a month before re-evaluating. See the difference? Both involve thinking, but one leads to action, the other leads to more thinking. Most people need discipline to force themselves through things. You don't. You need discipline to be logical, to make sense, to fit into a system you understand. And once you understand why something works and how it fits into your life, You don't need to force yourself. You just do it because it makes sense. So the solution isn't to stop overthinking. It's to use your overthinking strategically. Here is exactly how to do that. Step 1. Analyze once. Deeply. This is where you use your overthinking productively. Pick one area where you want to build discipline. Maybe it's working out. Maybe it's working on your project. Whatever it is, think through it completely. But here's how to do this without falling into the endless research trap. Set a time limit first. Give yourself 1 hour, maybe 2 at most. Once that time is up, you are done analyzing. During that time, answer these specific questions. 1. Why do I want this? Not surface level. Go deeper. What will this actually give me? What problem does it solve? If you can't answer this clearly, you will quit when it gets hard. 2. What's the simplest version of this? Not the optimal version. Not the perfect version. The simplest version that will actually work. If you want to work out, what's the minimum you could do that would still count as a workout? If you want to work on your project, what's the smallest action you could take daily? Start simple. You can optimize later. 3. What does success look like? Be specific. I will work out 3 times per week for 30 minutes. I will work on my project for 1 hour every morning. Clear criteria. No room for interpretation. 4. When and where will this happen? Not in the morning sometime. Exactly when? Exactly where? I will work out at 7 a.m. in my room. I will work on my project at 9 a.m. at my desk. The more specific, the less you have to think about it later. Answer these questions. Build your approach based on the answers. Then stop analyzing. You've done the thinking. Now it's time to execute. Step 2. Build systems that remove future decisions. Now that you have analyzed and chosen your approach, remove the need to think about it again. If you decided to work out in the morning, put your workout clothes by your bed. Set a specific time. Make it automatic. If you decided to work on your project for an hour each day, block that time in your calendar. Make it non-negotiable. The goal is to convert your decision into a system, so you don't have to remake the decision every single day. Step 3. Execute without reanalyzing. This is the hardest part for overthinkers. Once you've made your decision and built your system, you have to trust it. Your brain will want to reanalyze. Is this really the best approach? Should I be doing something different? Maybe I should research more. Stop. You already did the analysis in step 1. You already made the best decision you could with the information you had. Reanalyzing now isn't going to give you better information. It's just going to keep you stuck. Execute the system for at least 2 weeks before you allow yourself to reevaluate. Give it enough time to actually work. Step 4. Adjust based on data, not feelings. After 2 weeks, now you can reanalyze, but base it on actual results. Did the system work? Did you follow through? What needs to change? Make one specific adjustment, then execute that for another 2 weeks. This is how overthinkers like us build discipline, not by turning off our analytical brain, but by using it strategically. Analyze once, build the system, execute without question, adjust based on results. That's it. Now, if you want to understand what discipline actually is and why most people get it completely wrong, check out this video. Remember, the path is yours to walk, and as always, I'm in your corner rooting for you.